Lights, camera, action.
Do you wonder how films are produced and what really goes on behind the scenes? Well, stand by. Filmmakers Kevin Mumphrey, Victoria V.A. Jones, and Karsten Ferguson, local filmmakers talking about the world of film, right here on F It, We Will Fix It in Post podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is Kevin Mumphrey, and this is the first episode of We'll Fix It in Post. I'm here with my friends Victoria and Karsten. So we'll be talking about we all work in different forms of media, and we just talk about our experiences, our ups and downs, pros and cons, basically our life journey of getting to the world of radio, television, film, etc. So I thought today for our first episode, let's just talk about our beginnings. So Victoria, what made you want to work in film?
So, not more so film. It's more so, television. I grew up watching a lot of TV. So, one of my favorite episodes is Charm, or favorite shows is Charm. So, watching that show, seeing like the special effects, seeing like the graphics, and seeing the storyline, I was like, oh man, that stuff is cool. So I wanted to do it.
So this like the first time you looked at something and just didn't look at just the show. You're just kind of looking at it from like detail.
Yeah. I would, like as a kid, this is crazy. As a kid, I would like record it on the VCR and then go back and watch it, fast forward, rewind, and just try to figure out how did they do that? Or that's cool right there. I wonder how did they, So, yeah.
So for me, I wish I had a much better story than that. I saw Mortal Kombat and said, I want to do movies.
Wait,
now, it was just like, I really wish like Malcolm X would have been the motivating factor for me. It was Mortal Kombat or The Different World or something like that. I really wish I had something
The
else.
movie?
No, TV show.
Oh.
But honestly, it was just Mortal Kombat.
Is it a TV show?
What, Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, they had it.
They had a TV show too.
They had a TV show.
I think it was a cartoon.
Oh, I remember the cartoon.
Yeah, it was a
cartoon
TV show. I mean, it played on
I the way he was saying it though. I thought it was what do you call it? Live action.
Well, the movie
was live action.
Yeah, but oh yeah.
And now we're gonna go to Karsten.
Oh, yeah, because I like to butt in. For me, I had like a lot of interest and a lot of I used to watch a lot of movies, a lot of music videos, but I didn't have any access. So I remember high school, I used to watch music videos, like wake up at 2-3 in the morning and just watch a gang of music videos.
You weren't watching BET Uncut, were you?
No. In the morning.
That's in the morning.
That's when it comes on.
I did. No, not that. No. I used to wake up like 2-3 in the morning.
That is it. That's it.
This is my story.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm like, man, don't we put it on my story. Yeah, but I used to wake up like 2-3 in the morning and watch like all these music videos on MTV and then I think VH1 as well, like in high school. And I used to be like just in awe of all this stuff. And I was like, man, that's so cool. And then it wasn't until 2007 when I was getting out the Air Force. I was like looking for a job and I was playing Xbox Live with some friends. And this dude told me about YouTube and I made a video of us playing video games and illegally put a song on there that I really, really liked by Killer Mike. And no lie, that video, it probably got seen by somebody. Maybe had like 500 views in like 6 years. Terrible metrics. But like Killer Mike actually ended up being a special playable character in the last game. And then did the soundtrack of both games, I think. I think it was 3 and 4. I think it was 3 and 4. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And that was a little bit over 10 years ago.
So that would be pretty much your very first project you worked on.
Yeah, it was a piece, but it was my piece. And by piece, there's no good in that other than it got finished. It got put out to the world.
But you said 500 views, right?
in like 6 years.
Yeah, most people still got like 20 views in 10 years.
23, like 50, maybe.
So for a first project, that's not bad.
6 years.
Hey, that's
I'm
again.
like, you know, there's some people that have thousands in what, a month. Like the girl with the van.
Girl with the van.
Yeah, she had like 1 million views. Like
What's in this van?
she like lives in a van. She
I've
like
never seen this.
and she's actually a black woman too.
Say what? And Jackie's over there
Hey,
shaking her head.
She's like 18 or 19, maybe 19.
I've never.
18, 19 living in a van sounds about right.
Did this recently come out?
Yeah, like last year. It was a big deal because everybody was talking about how fake it was. Because like, oh, how could anybody get that many views like without whatever? She studied algorithm, whatever.
Was it trending on Facebook?
Yes,
I did not see it.
she did press all over the place too. I think she was even on CNBC.
Well, you said last year, right?
Yeah.
I was busy last year, so I might have not paid attention to it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, apparently, I was the only person over here not doing anything.
Yeah, that may be. That may be. 'Cause,
Why you play me?
Literally, last year was a busy year.
'Cause
Literally.
I got a deep dive on YouTube to find something like that.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. No, like it was you know, first page. It was actually in my recommended. I don't know why it was in my recommended. I'm like, I don't do van life.
I've never been recommended a girl in a van.
Now I could possibly do a tiny house, but van life, nah. I'm not living out no van. That just sounds crazy.
So wait, did she? I know we're getting off subject. but, like,
Girl, go.
Did she like choose to live in a van, or
She she got a van, spent the money, did the upgrades on it, and then like set out to get whatever. She's like, I use this for composting. Oh, I have my my outfits right here. Yeah, people do that.
How big was this van though?
It's like a conversion van. So, you know, like the type in high school, you'd be like, man, you got to watch them cats be in there.
Oh, okay. I understand.
What state she live in?
I think she's in California.
Like around closer to San Francisco?
Nah, I think she was like, well, I mean, depending on how close, but Southern California.
Oh, so she's around the LA area.
Maybe like Santa Monica or something like that.
See, what's cheaper?
Okay, I kind of get that.
A van,
Like,
Van
that's
or a
understandable.
house in Cali?
You know what I'm saying?
A van is mad cheap compared to a house
So
out that way.
So I understand the van that you're talking about. I get that. I'm thinking like it's like a minivan or something like that. Like she was homeless or something. Like, but I was trying to figure out why would it be trending so much that this person is.
Well,
you know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
it's a whole lifestyle. It's a whole lifestyle. That whole van lifestyle. It's a whole thing.
I'm not trying
That
to be
is
a part of that
A
lifestyle.
whole thing.
let's see how much rent goes up around here before we completely turn it down.
I was like, I do a tiny house. I wouldn't do a van.
I'll do a tiny house.
Yeah.
That works for me. I'll do that. That's a tiny house.
See, we're all single people. We'd all do tiny houses.
There's married people with tiny houses.
Yeah, there are married people with tiny houses.
There's even tiny mansions.
Married and with kids, with tiny mansions.
Yeah, like it turns into like quadruple the size of what a tiny house is, and it'd be like living in a small apartment almost at that point.
I'm not even going to ask how much that costs. But anyway, we've
you can trick it out.
we've gone far off enough. We've already talked about your first project,
All right, Kevin.
Victoria. Oh no, we ain't got to talk about me.
Oh yes, we do.
We'll get to me last. That's why I'm up here. We're gonna talk about your first project.
My first project. All right. Do we count? Are we counting college or we counting
Very first.
very first project? I would have to say it was like it was a student thing. Like we did like this little trailer for a class, and it was like a horror film trailer. So it was we shot it here in Murfreesboro, and it was actually pretty cool. You know, I was a part of it. I was in it. I didn't edit it or I didn't shoot it, but being a part of it and seeing how to put something together was actually pretty cool. We shot it in this actually this house down the street. This guy grandparents own this house, so we were all in it. Got to use these special effects and got to chop this girl's finger off and everything else. So it was actually pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Fake blood and people's heads getting chopped off. It was cool.
And yeah, my story sucks. So my first acting gig was I played a trick in a movie called Tricks.
A male trick.
That was a male trick that was buying prostitutes. So
The Memphis Pimp. That's what you
that
were.
wasn't a pimp. I was buying hoes. That's why I didn't want to tell my story.
They need love too.
And I was there to give, for a fee apparently. But
Or affection.
my story sucks.
I like that choice of word. You know, you were a Southern pimp. That's what you were.
I was basically wearing a jersey and jeans. I basically looked like Nelly, but like way skinnier, no muscles, and darker. Looking for and this was indeed in Memphis. This definitely was not in Murfreesboro.
So you had a hat on and everything.
I
Else?
had the hat on and everything.
Oh,
not the Band-Aid thing,
I
but
thought he had like the headband and he was like dirty.
Right.
no.
So I was thinking like the headband and the hat on top.
Oh,
you know what I'm
no.
saying?
I just had a baseball cap. It was backwards back then. And I was just there. They had like a whole party. And I was one of the tricks in the scene. Looking for hoes.
Wow.
How long was the film? Like the show?
Oh, this is a feature film. It's like a little over an hour. Yeah, it's somewhere. I ain't gonna tell you where to find it, but
How much time did you get?
I was there for about 5 hours.
But how much time do you get on the screen though?
Oh, a little bit of nothing.
Oh, really?
Probably a few seconds. There's one where there's like all us tricks in one room. This is just sounding horrible. All us tricks in one room, and the ladies come, and there's just a scene where it's like they're just panning to all the tricks. So you see me there for a few seconds. Then you see me in the back, and I'm just sitting on this like lounge chair, and you see me there. So that's about it.
Okay. Very interesting.
How were these first dress?
Like
Wait.
wait.
Okay, there's
Like think I'm dressed like Cinderella?
Hey.
not Cinderella, but I'm just saying.
We're getting a little carried away.
There's different kinds.
Somebody's gonna say something.
How do I want to put this?
There were
They were
different
very scandalously clothed. Is that how I want to say it? Clothed.
Clad.
They looked ready. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, I got you.
As we
I
say
get
in
it.
Memphis.
I understand.
They looked very ready.
I got you.
So yeah, you basically most of what you learned about film so far. Would you say you went to college for it, right?
Yes.
So would you say you've learned more from school or more from just being out there?
Definitely out on the field. Like in school, I learned like multicam, like live TV shows and switcher the board and all that other stuff. I didn't learn none of this movie stuff until I got out of college, and it was all just hitting the ground and running and just doing it just for getting the experience and just trying to figure stuff out. I didn't learn how to edit until after college. So
now, did you go to school to basically do multicam, or you really just went for like film and television?
I went to school for multicam. Like that's what I wanted to do. Like multicam, like the live stuff. I'm a music person, so going to the concerts, seeing the cameras and live streaming and all. I wanted to do that. It was cool to me, but I don't think I really caught that like single cam bug until that first project. But it was just one project, and then I realized I like this better than I like multicam.
She saw that hand in the ground with all the blood on it.
Oh man,
It was in love.
Damn.
It was in love.
I guess you can get that from a music video, but
Hey, if it's put well together, you got a storyboard, you can gore it up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you're gonna get that from a rap video.
Oh yes, you can.
You can get some guns pointed at you.
Oh, you can get a lot of guns pointed at you.
Oh man.
That's-
Oh man.
That's literally why I would not want to do rap
man.
videos. Because I saw like a little video.
The
and,
meme.
And they all got the guns, and the cameraman looked scared to death.
He was shaking, and the camera's like this, and he's like,
And I saw it going, like, y'all laughing. I
It's
understand
serious.
that feeling.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I've done a music video like that. Okay, guns pointed. I mean, there was nothing in the guns. There was no bullets, but you know.
Did you make sure of that, or
Oh, I knew it was.
Hey, of course. Like disclaimer, they weren't real guns.
yeah? VA got quiet there for a second.
You know what I'm saying? See, you keep saying all this stuff, and nobody is literally thinking that. Like nobody is thinking
No,
that.
but you got to make sure you tell people, man, because like people have got in trouble with real guns doing all that crazy stuff.
Nobody is thinking that. Of course, they weren't real guns.
Yeah, but I'm
They had, yeah, they
I'm saying
did.
because some people.
It had realistic flavor.
Because like, what was it? The case where the dude got in trouble for like tying the girl to the railroad tracks, and the train like ran the person over or something like that. They were doing something on railroad tracks.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
Wait,
that's-
what the hell was
that's-
this?
Well, that's like dumb though. Like you're gonna, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just
You
saying.
run, you.
I'm just saying.
Oh, there's a train coming. You know, don't take them off the railroad track. Just let the train come down here.
They're like, oh, it's gonna be more authentic.
It's for the. What video was this?
It was for a movie. It was for a movie.
Okay, I can see that.
I cannot remember the exact time and case and all that stuff. I'll look it up and
Is it like a feature or like a low budget film or?
it was extremely low budget.
It was a.
Apparently.
Was this in the last decade?
Yeah, it was recent. I mean, I'm saying within the last 8 years.
Yikes.
And they tied somebody to the.
Well, they might not tie them to the railroad tracks, but they were on the railroad tracks and something happened.
And they got ran over by a train.
Something happened with the train.
Was the train like right there?
Well, we know something happened.
And Mama didn't get thrown from the train. I'm telling you that right now.
Something happened with this train. We know
Oh
that.
my God! Really?
I'm gonna look up the case. I'm gonna look up the case because I don't want to misspeak anymore.
All right. Well, while you're looking it up, I guess I can also ask you. I guess you didn't really go to school for what you do. You went for military, right?
Well, I was in the military, Air Force. Yeah. But I went to school traditionally for marketing, but I went to a broadcasting school for a little bit after I got out. So I went to a broadcasting school and learned some of the TV elements, but the classes that I was at were at night, and they focused more on the radio side. So I did more audio, like running the boards, doing commercials, like all that stuff. And then the school went belly up during the 2008 financial crisis because they couldn't get loans and stuff like that. And I was like,
Yikes.
I was supposed to get an internship. Boo-hoo. And then I set out on doing a bunch of different stuff, and I was doing some fashion shows. That wasn't necessarily my thing so much. And then I kind of got burnt on the handshake agreement. And then I really evaluated, hey, is this something I really want to do? And I decided, yes, it is. And then I decided to even go deeper and figure out what I wanted to do with it. I really, really like doing events, like live stuff, you know, the whole, you know, one hitter quitter thing. And like, you know, hey, you got to get it on the first take. I don't know, just maybe the whole like just moment of it.
So how did you get started in doing events?
Somebody said, hey, you want to do this? And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. You get to like listen to people talk and stuff. And I don't know, just curiosity, honestly. I can't even remember. And then somebody came to me for a highlight video, and it just kind of snowballed from there. Like, it's like, hey, can you do a highlight video for this? And then I got cool, started seeing some people speak. And then I was like, yo, I want to do that. You know, here I am, rocking like a hurricane.
So you say a lot of what you've done is word of mouth?
Yeah. A lot of word of mouth. It allowed me to just a lot of interest and curiosity. Just that's been the biggest thing. My curiosity. It's like somebody would be like, "Hey, you want to do this? Okay, I'll try it."
Word of mouth work for you too, VA?
Oh, definitely. You know, you just work with somebody and you do a good job and you make, you know, networking and good content, and word of mouth is gonna get around. But for me, it was more like people would see my work but didn't know that I was a female. and they'll be like, "Oh man, who did this for you? Or who shot that?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's Victoria or VA or so and so." "Oh, a girl did that?" "Yeah." And I'm thinking to myself, like, really, guys? Like, is it that serious for a female to get out here and y'all not really pay attention? But you'll pay attention to the work. But it's kind of like, okay, I might say something, Kevin, to somebody, but then I would have to send you to go say something, and you say the same exact thing, and they listen to you. It really happens.
She's right. Because I don't even remember when you told me this, and I was like, "Wait, really?" And then we did it for somebody else, and I'm like, "Yeah, that literally happened."
Exactly.
Or something else. This is like a long time ago. They would basically regurgitate something you've already said,
Already.
probably a week or two ago. Like, "Oh God, we could have had this done 2 weeks ago."
If they just would have listened. That's the only issue. That's the only issue. If they would have listened. I mean, it's to be a female in this entertainment industry, it is very hard. I don't care who you know, this or that or what. It's hard. It's hard to get your voice out there and for people to listen to you. That's one of the reasons why I do have guys behind me, because it's kind of like, I don't have to say anything. Just let me tell my homeboy to go over there and say it, and they're going to listen to him. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds kind of gangster.
It's very gangster. It's not gangster. It's boss-like material.
The quiet person that hangs behind Tony. Now, hey, to circle back around to the whole
Train smashing incident.
Yes.
that happened in 2014. So
Okay.
she was a camera operator, and even though they were trespassing,
And they were trespassing. Oh, okay.
it seems like her family filed a judgment, and the particular train company actually had to pay a judgment.
Now that's a plot twist. I wasn't expecting that.
They, like it said there that they shared in some of the blame. I don't know. They probably didn't have enough signs.
That sounds like
that, or
Yeah,
or
but
a
they
good
were
lawyer.
trespassing though. You know what I'm saying? You really
Yeah.
don't have to have.
yeah, but you know it's not what you know; it's what you can prove. Because you know there's cases where the dude cut himself, like broke into a house, cut himself on the way in, and sued the homeowner.
And he won.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like it probably wasn't a crazy amount of money, but I remember that was a big deal. Like, wait, how you gonna break into somebody else's house, hurt yourself, and then they're liable for that? It's, oh, you didn't have the right glass in there. You need to have like safety glass.
Was this in Florida?
I don't know where it was. I know it was a big deal. It was like a big case law thing. Two of my friends were going to law school, and we were talking about that. And we were talking about like people suing video game manufacturers for being too addictive.
Now I have heard that.
So that means a gambler can sue the casino for being.
For whatever reason, it doesn't happen like that.
Huh.
You would think that would be the case, but apparently they give good disclaimers. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Or maybe they're tied in with the right people, so they don't have to worry about those kinds of things.
Whew. Anyway, I want to go back to you talking about being a woman in this industry. Now, you said it's hard for networking. Now, on set, you see any difference as far as being a director?
I mean, on set, it's kind of like I have the mentality of I just don't care. So it's kind of like we got to get this done. So if somebody is not participating the way that they're supposed to, then I just kind of do it myself. I don't pay attention as much on set. Is what I'm trying to say.
You're more focused on the job at hand.
Basically, more focused on the job at hand. I'm trying to get stuff done. I want to get the things done right. So it's kind of like, I don't know the stuff until the end, if that makes sense.
You find out in post.
We'll do it in post. You know what I'm saying?
We'll time mark that one as well. I just realized I never talked about my start. So
Go ahead.
I guess I'll end it with me. So I went to college basically for radio. I wanted to just do nothing more than radio.
You got the voice for it too.
I know.
He has the perfect.
I have an
radio
amazing voice.
Oh yeah, that's
Been told that for years.
what
But I get into radio and realize that it doesn't pay what I thought it would. And then I was taking classes in television because there was this one teacher I couldn't avoid, and I tried to, but they're like, you cannot graduate from this institution without taking this guy. So
I think I know who you're talking about.
you
but
know
continue.
exactly, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Exactly that guy. But he started having me go out and do field stuff for the camera. And I'm like, yo, this is kind of fun. Like, I'm just kind of recording people doing stuff. Then I would go and edit for like little news stories, stuff like that. Like, I enjoy doing that. So now I wanted to work in television and then do stuff in film. But I also liked acting since I was a kid. So while I was up here, I would get into these like little small film festivals or 48-hour film festivals. I would jump into those, and because I just wanted to see myself once on a television, or not television, but a movie screen. So the first one I got in, I didn't go there because it was awful. I don't even remember what it was about. It was so bad. But the second one I got in, I got like a nice little part in it, and that's when I was able to see myself on screen. Once you see yourself on a movie screen,
Oh, it's the best feeling in the world.
it's addicting.
And it doesn't even matter who's in the room. You just see yourself up.
I don't remember who was in the room when I saw myself.
Like I remember I got a little minor role, and it was kind of happenstance. They were like, hey, we need somebody for this next scene, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let me get this. And I'm moving stuff around. They're like, yeah, we need somebody to get knocked out, and then
You need somebody to get knocked.
yeah, and then in the second, like 2 seconds later, be like, hey, Karsten, we need you for this scene. I'm like, really, really, and they knocked me out quick too.
Then
And I'm like, I'm talking to the director. I'm like, all right, so like it needs to be a little bit longer, cause like I don't feel like I'll go down with just one hit. Even if he snuck me at that angle, I don't think he would knock me.
you didn't look knocked out enough.
I was like, man, I don't like this at all. I didn't like that, so I didn't like my portrayal on the movie screen.
But it was your first one, though. You know.
Yeah, well, second.
I don't know if anyone likes their first portrayal.
My first portrayal was cool. I was like, talking to my TV girlfriend. We were making small talk.
Your TV girlfriend.
Yeah, she calls me her TV boyfriend all the time. Like,
Now is she with her boyfriend when she does it?
at times.
Hey, it's a win for you.
Look, no comment. I was gonna say,
You know what? And on that note, I think that's the best way to end our first episode of F It. We'll fix it in post.
bleep.
We'll fix that in post too. So
All of
we will see you all next time.